Lakers news, let's know why Alex Caruso left the Lakers in free agency. Alex Caruso eventually departed the Lakers for the Chicago Bulls in free agency, earning a 4-year, $37 million deal. While Rob Pelinka did not openly lie about the Lakers being active in trying to keep Alex Caruso in free agency, he was at the very least inaccurate in his retelling of the circumstances that led to Caruso signing a 4-year, $37 million deal with the Chicago Bulls last summer. He had choices, and he chose another team. "We pursued him and wanted to keep him," Pelinka said right before training camp. Alex moved on. That last bit is correct, owing in large part to the Lakers' decision to practically throw him out the door. The Lakers put up little, if any, resistance on Caruso's journey to Chicago on the night he left, according to initial reports, after attempting to sign and trade him somewhere rather than keep him. Later claims surfaced that Caruso was eager to return to the Lakers for less money than he received from the Bulls, which Caruso hinted to during an interview on J.J. Redick's podcast, The Old Man and the Three. "So going into free agency, I really didn't know what to expect, and I really didn't hear much from any team including the Lakers leading up to 6 p.m., and then they called, and the Lakers made their offer. It wasn't an offer I was going to accept because I was going to be able to get considerably more money from another team. There was talk with a bunch of different people about the mid-level, which I think was 4 years, $40 million. We never got anybody to that actual number, but there were a couple teams that got close. And then my agent texted me and said, 'Hey, Chicago is interested in signing you.' I didn't know that financially it was going to be able to work. I thought that once Lonzo Ball signed with Chicago, I was like, okay, so Chicago is off the list. I got on the phone with Bulls GM Arturas Karnisovas and with head coach Billy Donovan, and the way they were just talking about how they wanted to play and how they saw me as a player, I thought they hit the nail on the head. I thought everything they said, I was like, I think that's accurate. I think that's what I bring to the table. I think that's how I can help the team win. I think that's the direction this team wants to go. I thought there was a need for the stuff that I had. Essentially, we got that offer, went back to LA, asked if they could do the same, they said no, asked for something else that was a little less, they said no. So I said, okay, if that's what it comes to, I'm ready to go to Chicago and start the next chapter. It's been great. I think it's been a great decision for me." So, for those keeping track at home, Caruso believed he was initially undervalued, but he went back to the Lakers and tried to match the Bulls' offer, and then even offered to accept less to return to the Lakers, which LA denied at every point. The Lakers' first offer was less than 2 years and $15 million, as if that wasn't bad enough. The problem is, I'm not Anthony. I can only bear so much rage over one decision. So, while we may not know for certain why the Lakers let Caruso walk, it becomes very clear at this point that the front management either didn't value Caruso financially enough for basketball reasons, or ownership cheaped out on a contender to an embarrassing extent. Perhaps both. We do know that by refusing to exceed the cap in order to keep Caruso, they conserved a load of money that might have been spent on other players, via Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report. With a team payroll of roughly $156.2 million, the Lakers project to pay about $43.7 million in luxury taxes. Caruso, who had hoped to stay with Los Angeles, is earning $8.6 million this season in Chicago. The Lakers could have matched the 4-year, $37 million contract that he signed with the Bulls, but their payroll would have ballooned to about $233 million with tax. We didn't need Caruso's comments to realize that this decision sounded very foolish and frugal at the time, and it still does now. We didn't need this pushback to see that Pelinka was clearly lying about these incidents when he spoke about them before camp. Squeezing out 300 more venomous words about it when nothing can be done about it isn't healthy for my health or yours. So I'll just summarize a few advantages of this decision. 1. I'm happy the Bus family can afford some nice vacations this off-season, and won't have to take out another small business loan to take them. Work-life balance is important. Treat yourself. Who needs tradable salaries or useful role players, am I right? 2. And I'm happy for Caruso that he found an organization smart and wealthy enough to properly value him financially. Surround yourself with people who know your worth. Beyond that, I don't have much more thoughts on this decision in me. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and share the video. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe to our channel Lakers Inside for more insights of Los Angeles Lakers.